Welcome to the Dude Network, where we chill and unwind. Food, sports, entertainment, the best of its kind. Grab your buddies, have a seat, let's have a good time. 4 nights a week, we'll make sure you feel just fine. Join us as we dive into the coolest trends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Hanging out with the dudes and dudettes, talking about the things we love, no regrets. Tune in, relax, and let the good vibes flow. The Dude Network, the place to go.
What is up, everybody? Yeah, let's go. Crack open that garage beer, open up your brain, and let's have ourselves a good night. Forget all the stupid stuff that's going on everywhere else right now, because we're about to escape that for the next hour and a half-ish. You know how it goes. I'm your host, Tony Lane, rocking the Dude Network merch. DudeNetwork.com. Go get you some merch right now. This thing is clean. It is soft. It is nice. Also, we're powered by Garage Beer. Drink Garage Beer. It's an all-dayer. The 4% light beer, the non-corporate all-dayer. Let's go. I'm excited for this one tonight. A lot of preparation. Not really, but we knew these guys for months. We don't prepare for any of these shows, so we'd be lying. We just shoot from the hip. But I'm not a one-man band. As we sit there and get ready to talk about Garage Beer, Dadvocacy, and you talk about MST Sauce Company, MSTSauceCompany.com, all kinds of fun options. Tailgate season is around the corner. All kinds of wings, all kinds of deep fried things. Ooh, that's not rhymes. Let's go. So we got that going on. So go ahead and get all the lineup. The OG bundle's a classic, but also don't forget about just any of their sauces, including the new Tiffin University inspired dipped in gold, which is banging. It's in my fridge right now. It's also good for pretzels. Late night snack hack. You are welcome in advance. So let's get to the rest of the dude crew. First, our COO, the California that's been born again in the Surstman, slurping, poncho wearing, pepper all year growing, ghost fighting, spirit navigating, tower climbing, boiler fixing, charcuterie in the process, mastermind maker, Johnsy.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. And out of Florence, South Carolina, straight out of the 843, three-time people's champion of putting beans and chili and making awesome wings that are smoker fried. The miner of Carolina Gold, the advocate of downtown funky brown sauce, or just downtown sauce, but I think my name should be.
It's Funky Brown for sure, though.
It's definitely Funky Brown. He is welcome for renaming his own secret family recipe. The secret member of the alphabets, the best inspector in all of South Carolina. Who knows? If you want a building, you got to go through this guy first, and he ain't nice and he ain't friendly. You better have your I's dotted and your T's crossed for Damon Kyle.
Woo!
Oh, let's get to some comments. I know we got some hellos. Let's see who's in the crowd here tonight. Terry, put in reverse, Terry. Happy freaking Friday, dude.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Hey, Eduardo, good evening. Wesley, how we doing? Straight out of New York. Dutch, salute. What's up? Love
Hey,
it, love it.
Real quick, I do want to touch on something right here. Waiting to hear the theme music. That's cool. I dig that you.
I love it.
Intro.
Johnsy.
Yes, the big intro.
We get
Johnsy write the song.
Yes, all of it. Hey, me and Damon can't take much credit other than just putting the rubber stamp of approval for Johnsy's hard work on that.
Right.
Them were sweet. You crushed it. You've been doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
We're working. He's actually got one going for Sunday. And then we're working on one for. Stay tuned Sunday for the new intro for AFS. We're working on one for late night parlay. By the way,
we got the song.
Rough night on the late night parlay. Sorry to everybody. We got hosed. It was a brutal.
It was.
Damon, when you watched it last night, we were on cloud 9.
Yeah, because I didn't watch it before.
No, dude.
Yeah,
that's how it was for like 2/3 of the show, and then it just goes.
Boom.
It was like I tuned back in.
Appreciate that, right there.
Dude, what happened? What happened when I left? You guys were
appreciate that.
Oh, Wes, man, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, you're the first one to get that, so let me know if it sucks.
Hey,
yeah, please do, because we're about to order all of them.
Yeah, because I need one for my golf bag.
Where did you get that? Where did we get that?
We got the same place.
TheDoNetwork.com.
Can we shout out Unky, by the way, on that design?
Right. This one's
absolutely
killer.
Dude, it's so soft.
Dude, so they're like nice quality, but they're thin, and I am so thankful for that. Like not thin. I don't want to give the wrong impression, but they're not like those super thick, heavy t-shirts that.
Mm-hmm.
Now the white ones are, though, and that's a good thing for the white shirts.
Right.
Your white tees need to be thick. You got to have them thick tees.
Why is that, Tony?
Be like some thick ass tees. I don't know. Am I supposed to say something different?
I was just curious. That's all.
That's a thick ass boy.
That's exactly what we're going for. Exactly.
Yeah, we want to set the tone. We got a lot of new followers on the Dude Network. So.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 10K new ones in the last several weeks. So
that's right.
Never know when they're coming over. We gotta whap them. Hey, this is how you become top 30. This is how you become a top 30 out of 1,200 podcasts on the World Podcast Network.
Say it for the people in the back. Say it louder for the people in the back.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're decking around this week. We found out we're not bad on the rankings. We effed around and found out. Yeah, man, we joined this podcast network, and yesterday we were up as high as like the daily leaderboard. Yesterday we were 3rd out of 1,200 podcasts on a New York podcast.
Get out of here!
30th overall. And I went and looked at the analytics, and the numbers don't lie. We got receipts, man. Like we're trying, like on an actual podcast site. Like people like the Dude Network, and that was a very validating moment for us. Validating moment for the Garage Bear, MST Sauce Company. Us mainly, but
all our
nice
beautiful
to hear
partners.
That.
And
all our partners.
All of you that keep us chugging along.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what I mean,
all y'all ain't wasting your time with schlups. You're dealing with a top 30 podcast over here.
Right. Hey.
Enjoy the ride. You're in before bonus people
shout out to the guys, Damon and John Z. For
you guys do good too. Hey, good job, guys.
Yeah. Tony, thanks for the brilliant idea. John
thanks, Chip.
Damon, thanks for all the hard work.
Yeah,
Chip. Yeah, you're awesome.
Nombre. Hey.
Oh, Nombre. Grubbs and Tina, the originals.
There's a rumor.
There is a rumor.
Before we get to our guest tonight, let's give a quick preview of the rest of some upcoming shows we got coming on. We normally get our biggest crowd at the start of it, and also welcome everybody from the Network 216 tuning in tonight.
Yes.
Sorry in advance, and also you're welcome at the same time. It's how we roll. Sunday, big one. Tomorrow night, Dudes After Dark. We have Get the Popcorn Ready. We got some killer kettle corn from a small business on the East Coast that sent us some really cool snacks, and we are going to go over. It says Get the Popcorn Ready. So you're going to have to tune in on what we're going to go over. But let's just say there's going to be some controversy of what we go over. We're attacking some musicians, and some of them are going to be the name of Elvis Presley and the Stones. And
it's all downhill from here, folks.
Grateful Dead. Yep, we're going to ruin childhoods. We're going to ruin childhoods tonight when we record that. But anyway, that'll be it'll be a real, Saturday.
This might become a series because when I deep dove, I found so many songs I just stopped writing.
There's a lot going on. I know you put Californication on there, didn't you?
I did not. I didn't even know. I only went older songs. Songs.
No, that one has a lot of loaded
it really
theories
does.
behind it.
No, it really does.
I thought John Z would definitely go with that one.
Conspiracy.
But what do you guys got going on Sunday? We don't want to talk. We don't want to waste. We don't want to tease too much.
I'm
But
surprised
yeah,
Tony
what do we
kept
got
it in.
Sunday? I know, dude, John Z. Let's talk about this real quick. We got 4 minutes till we get Matt and Sean from the Dadass Pod on here. Let's talk about real quick on Sunday. Absolutely breaking news, developing situation. It's very fluid, very exciting. Talk about it.
Chef Ben's coming back. The executive chef, owner of, I'm pretty sure he's, of Fuego, no,
Tapas del
Tapas
Lago.
de Fuego, Tapas de Lago.
Yeah.
And or it's not. It's in it's by Chicago. It's real near Chicago.
It's in the suburb. Yeah, well,
Yeah, one of the suburbs, like a borough in New York. I can't remember exactly, so I apologize, Ben. But Ben seems really excited and committed to being a regular, and is really excited to share some serious, cool foodie knowledge. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's been in the industry for a long time, has worked with some names that literally just make me laugh because it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous.
And we're gonna burn down the Michelin star rating system.
Maybe.
Mm.
Well,
Sorry, I had to go for it. Oh, that's called a teaser.
No. Well, here's the deal. I'm not sure where he stands. We got questions. We have questions because the way he answered last time he was on.
Mm-hmm.
He left a lot. He left a lot open for interpretation. I'll
right.
give you
But here's
that.
the deal. We will bury it because the whole system was rigged to get you to spend money on tires. So,
yeah,
fun
pretty
fact.
much.
We'll get into it.
He did stick up for the European version of it, though.
That's where it started.
Yeah, he did. No, he
Mm-hmm.
said that one. He said that one has purpose. He didn't have much. He's like, it's political. Anyway,
right. Yeah, we've said way too much.
I was saying way too much, man. Way too
hey, if you're already
want-
intrigued, tune in.
You want behind the scenes, like boots on the ground involved in it, information, then that's because we're just picking up where we left off last time he was on.
That's
We
right.
brought it up. We really kind of started talking about it, and then we're going to pick up there.
And he also may bring information for the future Sunday shows. Maybe.
Right. That's like Tony said, this is really fluid, working really tight. I talked to him a few times a week now, and super blessed and so happy that the Dude Network just keeps expanding, and that we can. It's just a whole nother, Damon, like you always say,
Another layer of entertainment
that we can tap into, and it is legitimate, professional, receipts, knowledge, private chef, trained and cooked alongside some of the greatest names that you.
I'm just gonna say there might be an episode of another video show from the restaurant in Chicago.
Dude,
We have no idea where this is going.
I know where. We all know where it's going to end up. It's going to end up with us, just like Damon said, having tapas at
Tapas Del Lago. It will. Oh, that. Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely. Then you never know. We might end up in Spain.
So real quick before we get to the real stars tonight, he went back and listened to last weekend's show and was like, yes to everything you guys said. He's like, yeah, I'm all in. So.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you gotta love when they listen to it and they're like, yeah, I heard what you said. I felt like it was a public challenge, so yeah, let's do it. So, all right, let's get into tonight's show. Enough teasing everybody. That's in the future. Let's focus on the now, and that's what we got going on right now.
That's right.
I am super excited. I did this show, Dadass Podcast. God, I'm just gonna say a couple months, but it's probably been a lot longer than that. It was like early spring, I think. Time flies. Days turn to weeks turn to months, and months turn to years. We all know how it goes. But I knew we would have to get them back on. They're out of Columbus, Ohio. We got a lot of Cleveland stuff on here with me, but these guys are just rocking and whirling, but the geographic location doesn't really have much to do with what they are about, which is they're promoting what they call Dadvocacy, which is just out there helping out. Dads be dads. It's a different world in parenting where dads are a little more involved than the generations of past, and it's just a little different way of of the family structure these days. I think we could easily say that. And these guys are here, and they're just awesome. A great support system. They host events down in Columbus to bring everybody together. There's a lot to go over with these guys. They're going to let their shirts down a little bit tonight, because, it's the Friday night party, and we like to party. Lottie Dottie, we like to potty. So let's do this thing. Let's get these guys on straight out of the 614. That's right.
Mm-mm.
Two good dudes that are way overdue to be on here, but we're excited to have them. Let's party. Let's raise our glasses or your beers or your cans.
Sorry, I was refilling
or
my.
your Damon, the Dude Network glass right there, Dude Approved glass. And let's bring on with us two good dudes, Matt, Lofy, and Shaun Ditty.
Gentlemen,
Hello.
T's not D's on Shaun, everybody. T's not D's. Got to be careful these days. Got to disclose that.
this is great to be here. I mean, look,
Welcome
so
to
many
the
good
mayhem.
beards.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Yeah,
very
so-
rare. I feel like very beard intimidated, but it's happening, guys. I mean,
This,
it is. It's definitely happening.
this
What's
is
great-
3 months untouched.
What's crazy is every once in a while we would get this comment from where was that, Norway?
Yeah, it was overseas somewhere for
It was,
sure.
yeah, it was like way up
we're
Norway
international.
somewhere. And he would go, man, I just found this show. This is the perfect evolution of beards.
Okay, straight up
And
true story.
Right here is another perfect evolution of
It
beards.
does. It goes. It really does. True story. Like a week and a half ago, I was trimming my beard because I'm sorry, the quality of the way you take care of your beard says a lot about a man. So I'm in the mirror and I'm doing my thing, and I've got the razor, no guard, and the comb, and I'm going, doing my thing. Comb
Whoa.
slips. Whoop.
Oh,
Oh,
boy. No.
Party
So that's why
foul.
it's a lot shorter than it has been, because I was like, I look like Matt during Halloween, so I don't need to look like that.
Chemistry's flowing.
I love it. Guys,
Matt,
it's great to be here
I
with
want to
you.
give a shout out to Matt's attire tonight, because he went all out. He went from the heartstrings. He's got the Jamie Gillan Scottish Hammer ex Cleveland Browns punter jersey on. Yeah,
Chinese
man.
eBay, $20.
Hey, let's go
NFL
Chinese.
approved.
$20 is $20, man.
It probably says NFI on it.
It's true. It's very true. They spell Browns with 2 S's too, but
Well, they
Yes.
Put a Z on it.
They just use the Roman numeral L, so that it's not.
And like I was telling Tony before we recorded, before we were live, I thought that a punter in Cleveland would last longer than a quarterback, but that's not the case. So now it's outdated. It's an even funnier joke.
Because this last year they went through some quarterbacks.
I think, what was it, 5?
4.
4.
Yeah.
4. Joe Flacco.
But who's counting?
Who would have thought that Flacco would carry them?
The Browns, man. That's how we do things.
Hey,
That's how we do things.
ask Tony. I am a fan after this season. He made me a believer.
I'm actually kind of salty right now about this whole Shaun. And I know Shaun. I don't know how much you're a Browns fan at all, or you just Buckeyes. Or
I am a Browns fan by default because the woman I'm dating is a Browns fan. But I'm here for it. It's funny you're talking about the quarterbacks and all that stuff. She likes to go to all the games. She has a crew of people she goes with, and we were sitting there, and there was a ticker going, and it was just a shitload of names. And I was like, what is that? And then she goes, oh, that's just the history of how many quarterbacks we've had.
Yeah, it's a thing. But man, Johnsy, I don't know if you know this, but we got this year, next year for the Muni lot, and it's it. It's done. It's dead.
No.
Wait, what?
They're moving this.
Is it officially official?
Oh, it's official. You heard.
I
it.
mean, it seems like it.
Yeah, there's no way. Everything I'm hearing from my circles is it is a done deal. They're moving off the lakefront to Brook Park, so it's not going to be. It's going to be 10 minutes outside of Cleveland. They're moving it to a suburb like all the NFL. but they're putting it in the dome. They're getting away from the Muni lot, the whole lakefront experience. It will now just be a party scene only.
Dang.
But
Well,
yeah, so John Z, that Muni
No,
lot
yeah.
thing is now next year. It's going to be sending out the Muni lot. So if there's a year you want to go,
Exactly.
wild. We're going to have
Tony,
Patty doing keg stands.
I
that's
don't want to
bad.
get exiled from the Dude Network, but I'm kind of Team Dome, but I'm not convinced that it will be in 2 years. I honestly think with what they have that it's gonna be longer than 2 years. So I don't want to get political, but the Dome could be good.
No. We are
But-
here for what you're saying. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I want it to be
we don't
fine.
talk
I don't
about
want it
shit.
at all.
Stir some shit, Matt. Let's
Everyone's
go.
excited except for me. Like I'm just not excited.
I'm
Is it
all
because you're
for-
sad that you're not going to be able to be like, it's the weather? Like, are you
Like-
losing one of your excuses? Is that like what it is? You're like,
Well,
oh,
okay, so I'm still salty. We're not the Indians, so it's like you take another piece of my culture away from
Yeah.
me. Like I lost my Indians, I lost
Roll
the Muni
Tide,
lot,
baby.
I lost the
He said
lakefront
Roll
stadium, we lost the home field advantage. Phil Dawson said it was the hardest stadium to kick in.
It
So
is.
you lose all your home field advantages, but I will say the Muni, it needs to happen. Like I'm all in. Like,
Bro, that has to be the trip.
but it's also going to be good for Ohio State too because of the new playoff rules. They have host games, so if the weather's crappy and it's just up the road at Brook Park, right on I-76, I think
No.
that goes up.
71.
Okay.
Where it
71,
becomes-
yeah, right up
Yeah.
71.
becomes
You're at
90.
Brook Park, and now Ohio State has a nice indoor dome to play playoff game. So
Yeah, I get it.
Here's-
Yeah, I got
No,
a
like,
Buckeye shirt.
it needs.
But
It's just the way it's going, and there's
I
nothing you can
understand,
do
but
about it. It just.
But-
Nail
just
down the
sucks.
Muni.
Tony,
I just
here's
love
how you have to
the
look at
lakefront
it.
Vibe
though.
is awesome.
Tony, with all due respect, because I was always told never piss off the host or
Oh
any
man,
of
this
the
is gonna be
hosts.
so disrespectful. This is gonna be the meanest thing I've heard.
But- As a Columbus Crew fan, and I know that the Cleveland are going to use the same thing that saved the Crew from being stolen away to Austin. We've made it into one of the premier places in America to play soccer down here in Columbus. So it will take the Dude Network to create the new mini lot at whatever the new stadium is going to be called, and a whole new atmosphere. But I like it for economic development reasons because that's my day job, and I won't bore out on that. But now we go from 8 games a year to potentially double that, triple that of the people that can come to Cleveland now and see that Cleveland is coming back. And I'm here in Columbus, but
They'll
now
get Cleveland a Super Bowl because of this stadium, and that's exciting.
yeah,
draft
I did
is
see
on
that.
that.
That is pretty cool.
But
Yeah.
think about it. Taylor Swift could do 3 nights.
Oh no, you son of a mother!
And
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that was Matt.
Matt was
Everybody.
here.
We're gonna
Guys
check out
later.
Dadass Podcast.
Gotta go.
Boy, that's
But
good.
think
It was
about what
funny
could
is he was all
happen now in
good. I was
Cleveland.
like, all right, yeah, don't disrespect. Then he brings up Taylor, and I'm like, there it is.
Oh.
There it is.
I had to. I got to know the audience.
Yeah, that ain't this. It ain't this one. I don't.
Is it bad to tell I'm a recovering vegan too? No. Anyway, forget it. Keep going.
Hey, no
no.
judgment. No judgment.
Don't get
on
booted
that.
again
Hey,
because I don't want to have to
he
rearrange
tried,
everybody
yeah.
again.
Yeah, but we
I
do.
just had a
frown.
small aneurysm, I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I just fell on a grenade.
Ooh,
But no, I
There
mean,
you go.
here's the thing though. Like economic
Oosh.
development, that is true.
Hey, Jared, my
Yeah.
boy.
Hey,
That's my
Jared,
boy,
you're
Jared,
right.
but-
You're not wrong,
yeah.
Jared. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And here's the other thing too. That stadium's been around since '99, and they've never hosted a playoff game. Sometimes the stadium is cursed. You just need to blow that thing into smithereens and move on with your life. So
Okay, but on the subject of blowing it up, I mean, what I would love, I mean, not, I think the loss is actually cool because it is like a unique, like part of the experience, all that stuff. All that aside, you got to admit when they do blow it up, and I mean, like actually literally blow it up because they won't have any other choice. I'm totally coming for that.
that would be cool. I would like to get a piece of shrapnel and put it in my pocket to go home with it.
I have a light bulb from the old municipal
Oh, if
stadium.
You can't
No
ever tell
way.
anybody-
Yeah,
You-
ripped it right out when I was like 10.
You
Don't
were there
tell
for the
anybody
last
that.
game?
No, there was a
boy.
big blowout event after that. And so people were just ripping things out that were still in the stadium. So I have, I think, still back at my parents' place in Medina, a dusty old light that was in one of the field level, probably clocks, I think, under
Hey,
one of
tell
the
you what,
end zones.
That's awesome, dude.
I'm an electrician. When I come out to Ohio next, we're gonna hook that up for you.
That'd be sweet.
That would be sweet.
Look,
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. We'll put it like in something cool so you can turn it on and off and you know, yeah.
Cleveland and the
We
weather.
have to do this.
Absolutely. I have like 5 ideas going through my head right now of what we could do with that light bulb. But Cleveland, man, snow, 80s football, lousy home field advantage. That is Cleveland through and through. But then I think about what Cleveland's missing around the lake and the development and what could happen to the airport and all that money that could come in. I am siding with it. I mean, I am illegally signing into my parents' Cleveland.com account to read all the articles from the Plain Dealer.
You heard it here first.
As a middle-aged man.
I fucking love these guys.
But Tony, like, think about what could happen though to the skyline along the lake though, without the like. I'm trying to find the silver lining.
It's up to the Mariners now at this point, and let's say the track record of Cleveland Mariners is not a good one.
Not good at all.
No, Dennis Kucinich, shout out.
Even I know that out here in California.
But there could be
not that we have a great track record either.
Dude Network.
Hey, calm down over there.
You could have a pregame Dude Network like Muni lot going on in Brook Park. I mean, you could have something. It'd be huge.
Start a legacy. We got to start a legacy. We got to start
airplanes come in at Hopkins, and it could just
First
be like,
game,
"Yo, what up?" Like
so hard that everybody wants to go to the parking lot where the Dude Network is tailgating.
Yeah,
dude, blow it up. I mean, we got 4 years to get up to a couple million followers. We can do that. We can make that happen.
I'm here for it. We should make that.
You heard it here first.
Matt, Shaun, you're going to be there.
Ooh, collab.
Yes.
Collab side-by-side tents in a lot somewhere. Dadass and Dude Network.
Oh, yeah. Dadass dudeness. With that being said, segue. Let's transfer here. I at least want to talk about your guys' podcast here at some point, because this is how this goes. We get the rambling, jiving, joshing around. The next thing you know, like, quickly talk about your show before we get out of here. So, you guys are the hosts of the Dadass Pod, Matt and Shaun. You guys are doing really big things down in Columbus. Let's go in order here, left to right on screen. Matt, Shaun, talk a little bit about what you guys got all going on down there. It's more than a podcast. It's really a community and a network. Right. So talk about what you guys got going on. You guys talk about Dadvocacy. Explain what that is. And Shaun, just leave a little meat on the bone for Shaun too.
Don't worry about it. I'll just sit back and drink. That's completely fine. I'm 100% okay with that.
Welcome to the Dude Network.
Yeah, welcome to the Dude Network.
John D talks for me too, so it's okay.
Oh, here we go. Yep,
you got receipt.
And Matt.
I know we do.
For a number 3 ranked podcast to have us on, it's quite an honor. So first off, thank you guys for having us. But
I appreciate you.
Our podcast is just a community trying to figure out this whole parenting and dad thing out. And you would think with dad and ass in the name that it would be primarily men, but we're really 50% men, women, listeners, followers, which is cool. But we were a podcast first, but then all of a sudden it was like our Dadvocacy came second. So we've partnered with City Council, and we're actually partnering for the second year to give out free changing tables to businesses and nonprofit organizations in the city of Columbus to have access to changing tables, which no one really thinks about one until you're out with friends or you're a parent, and all of a sudden there's a blowout.
Yeah, okay,
right?
So that is true, but I do want to highlight something, and I was in on a lot of the discussions. I want to point this out, though. Matt, this was Matt's idea. He came to me about this, and he was like, "Look, man, like Tuckerman's almost out of diapers, but I feel it's like the right thing to do, and all this kind of stuff." And I was like, "Man, that's like really noble of you." And then a little while later, he has a daughter. And all I'm saying is that I'm pretty sure he may have used his influence to, be like, oh, we're just trying to help out all the other dads. But he's all like, oh, wow, I'm going to also have a kid too. Who knew? And I just feel like it's slightly suspicious. And I want to go on record as saying that I was not a part of the con, but I still think it's a good thing.
Receipts. I love it.
I feel he's been pending that up for a couple of years. I don't know.
We do a lot of interviews about this, and no one's ever really interested in the real story. So I felt like you guys got the real story, like 10 TV, all the news stations. I've been wanting to say it in an interview for a long time. It didn't feel right until right now. So I wanted to give you guys an exclusive scoop. Yeah.
Again. Yes.
Breaking news. What we do, folks. You are welcome yet again.
Again.
No.
We don't make the
Outside
rules.
of that,
Yeah, we do.
last year we got 135 changing tables throughout Columbus put in. We're doing the same through
3,500?
No,
No.
135. Thank you for making our contribution seem much smaller, though. That was
Dude,
good.
I was like 135.
Yes,
Dude.
God.
Okay, so no, it's not, because it's funny. I was talking, I was filling the guys in on a little bit about this, so they knew what to kind of expect when we first got to announce this. And I was like, well, they got my vote because I was a dad that changed diapers. I was very involved in changing the diapers. We had 2 kids. We had them very close, 4 and 6. They both were in diapers. And my poor wife, I didn't want to make her do all of it. I wanted to be involved in that department. But I learned not a lot of places had changing stations in the men's room.
Yep.
And I remember bitching about this.
Yeah.
Bitching. Because I was changing the kids on a damn side of the sink.
Yeah.
Paper towels laid out and stuff, doing whatever I had to do so I didn't have to bother my wife. So whenever I was on your guys' show, and you were talking about putting on, I'm like, man, you guys are a godsend. I wish somebody would have done that up here. So, I think 135, that's 135 place where dads, newer dads can be
That's
dads.
a lot, early.
And I'm not saying all old dads, didn't. It's just my dad was a dairy farmer, and he takes great pride in saying he never changed a diaper once in his life. Even though he shoveled shit about every freaking day, every day, but human fecal matter, different story, so times have changed, and dads are different, dads are different now, they're a little more involved, a little more advanced. So I think it's absolutely awesome. You guys are literally doing the Lord's work with that one. So thank you. Lep, what up?
And here's the deal. Let me try and save the Dude Network a little bit after Tony just destroyed your numbers. 135 this year and 135 again or more, and then you keep going. There's only so many businesses in any given area
That's right.
where that would ever need a changing table, right? You're like, a bank doesn't need it. You're in and out so quick, I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't. If it can happen, it does happen. I'm just saying it's more restaurants, movies, places where you're there for more than 5, 10, 15 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And 135 a year, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to cover all the businesses in your area within a few years.
135, that'll cover every damn store in my town. So
Right. So, here,
Well, what's cool about it too is we had breweries, we had restaurants that are big names here, but we even had community pools that have been around for 70 years.
Yeah.
It's like, what were you doing with the kids
before, right?
Changing them on the
For
damn
70
sink while
years.
people are waiting to wash
on
their
paper
hands.
towel.
Yeah, park sinks are a lot different than other bathroom sinks.
That was one of our big one was parks. I think we got them in they ended up putting 65 in parks alone.
That's incredible.
No, that's
Yeah.
a big
That
one.
right
That's a
there
big one.
is incredible.
Because you guys have Metro Parks down there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite like Cleveland. Cleveland's got a crazy set of metro parks.
Dude, it's wild. It's so much bigger than Cleveland. It's like all town.
Well, and if you think about it too, outside of the family dynamic, because that's changed too through the years. Just think about it, and this is partially just because of my day job, but that small investment that they don't have to pay on the changing station also comes back then on receipts, return customers, or folks that can keep going back. So really, it's the perfect way in a world when we're politically divided to say this is public and private. and everyone wins. The family dynamic wins.
Right,
The small
right.
business wins.
Yeah.
I'm here for it because money
Yeah,
is green.
Me too.
And
Right.
and it's no matter where you're at, the money is green. That's what I meant to say. So
How much?
to be able,
How much is a changing table?
well, that depends. We actually met people. We met some of the coolest people. We're not sponsored by them, so we're not giving a plug. But two moms founded a changing table called Pluie. It's a plush top with a seatbelt that retracts in, so it doesn't get all like caught up, and then it locks with a magnet. And in 59 seconds, 60 seconds, it self-sanitizes. And those are much more expensive than the Koala Care.
Let's say what's Koala. Let's go with the Dude Network.
About $100.
No,
Okay.
the ones we're getting at bulk rate are 175.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And it's out of
Oh,
Medina,
shit.
Ohio, Tony.
That's not that much.
Koala
dude.
Care's out of Medina.
Well, no,
Yes.
it's foundations worldwide.
Koala,
Yes.
That's Koala Care. That's a big company. We're talking about small businesses here.
Yeah, so we're
Maybe they were
actually
based
getting,
out of Medina. I didn't know.
we're getting an Ohio-based product into Columbus, and if this were to go, and we struck out in some other communities we tried to do this in, Cleveland could be doing it with the Northeast Ohio-based business. Keeping money in the region, right?
Can you imagine if they were like talking about building like a new area with like a lot of development? I'm thinking like, I don't know, like a dome for like a big, like a team.
With it.
Yeah,
Like a sports something, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like
hundreds of thousands
where they
of
could
people.
put like a team that was like always gonna disappoint but still draw a crowd. Like, like something like that,
Like the Steelers in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Or like the Chargers. Like
Or
the
Lamar-
Chargers.
Oh, I didn't
dude,
know Lamar
every
Jackson was coming
effing
to
year.
town.
It's so true. But
Just the regular season himself.
outside of what we're doing with the changing tables, we actually started an event called Dadass. So it's taking TEDx and having men come together and share different cool topics in short, like digestible, like 7, 8, 9 minute talks.
Little segments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like enough for men to
Love
actually like listen and comprehend. So
Love that.
it's been pretty cool, and we do it at the Leisure Club. So of course, what do we have in cans? One and only garage beer, lime
Yeah,
flavor.
buddy.
Lime
So,
flavor. Is that what I heard you
I
say?
thought it's 12-pack.
I like the lime.
Lime
flavor.
is
Now,
where it's at for me.
Lime?
100%.
Lime is
Let's
good.
go!
I bought a
Can we do a virtual
I
high
bought-
five, Jonesy?
Yes.
Right through there.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Gonzi
Something about
Damon.
that
Just
line.
sorry, just Gonzi Damon.
Oh yeah, well, he talks for me too. It's all good.
Damon,
Yeah,
that mine was for you. Mine was
Oh,
for you,
that's
Damon.
good.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'll
you, Sean.
just take care of myself.
Tony, yeah, you're the only one. You're the only one out. Me and
Don't
Matt,
mind me. I'll be over here
Damon
effing
and
myself.
Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Yeah, that's why you're in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Old
Matter of fact, we can do it like this right here. Watch this.
Tonight, see, look. Tonight, you're the fifth wheel, Tony.
That's right.
It's not me.
It brings
It's
me
not
back
me
to my
this
I've
20s.
always been the third
It brings
wheel.
me back
So.
to my 20s. I was always a third wheel, not much of a fifth wheel.
Well, yeah.
Except unless it was around my gut.
Can I ask a
Was
serious
it like a
question?
third wheel situation where you just like creepily sitting in the corner watching everybody else? Because like,
question
Yeah.
also stays
Dude.
on.
I
Tony.
was
Thank
like,
you,
I was
Sean.
just like, listen, if I can drink, I can tolerate you two being the couple. I'll hang out,
So yes, the answer to your question, Sean, was yes.
Yes.
So,
the cops come and they're like, "Sir, why are you staring?" And he's like, "I'm the third wheel. I'm the third wheel."
hand check, hand
Yeah.
check.
We had. Hold on. Matt said he wanted to ask a serious question.
absolute
boy.
serious question. The unisex tri-blend tea of the Dude Network, does that hug the dad bod? Like, would it get like a schmedium feel to it compared to
No.
like the boxy unit?
No,
I'm just
it's-
curious because I have it pulled up here.
I
No,
didn't
no.
actually. I didn't go with the skimpy quality. I actually went with like the middle to upward
Look,
tier. So
look.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of
Look,
drinking.
look. I'll put it on display.
I was in the pool.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Yeah,
Yeah, actually.
I'm glad you done it because Tony got shorts on, so we don't
Oh,
want
I
to see
do.
that.
I
Buying
got
it.
shorts on. Look at these things.
Jesus, have
And
mercy,
this has
bro.
been worn and washed
I ain't
several
scared.
times.
I am not scared of these things. These are thunder thighs.
I got it pulled
down,
up right
Team
now.
Wolf.
I'm like, Is it going to bring out the dad bod and the bis? You know, the biceps and the dad bod.
Only in the best ways.
Okay, perfect.
Listen to me. Look,
Put that pop pistol away.
The background behind says DAD Pod, Dudes After Dark. So we're right there with you. The dad vibe. We're here for it. You think we're going to put out like everything else out in the market where it hugs our dad?
Yeah, I mean, we don't do slim fit tees over here.
They're called chesticles, Jonesy.
I didn't know that.
I like Sean's version of that. Yeah, testicles, wallet, and watch. Let's do it.
Hey! Be inclusive here. Some of us only have one testicle.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Are you on the center nut crew?
Sean,
yeah.
Johnny's got plenty to spare.
Hold on.
2-time.
Yeah, 2-time cancer survivor. Yeah.
Hey,
Wait, it's somebody.
Hey!
Wait, is somebody else missing one?
No.
Oh, I was really excited. I thought I was gonna find my match. I was like, "Here's my moment. I'm gonna have a set again." Damn it!
They were saying mine are so big, I could give you a whole.
Yeah, John can give you one of his, and it'll make you full.
And larger than before.
Okay, I mean, I don't mind talking about this one bit, but like I was like mildly offended that no one asked me if I wanted a replacement, because at one point I was like, I'm gonna upgrade. I feel like this feels right for me. Like I don't really care how anybody else feels about it, and then it just never came up. And it turns out that I was like, you know what? I don't think I need anybody going back down there to put anything in. I'm cool. Like one time was enough.
There's this thing as a prosthetic testicle?
Hell yeah, man.
Like a marble? Like a marble or something like that?
It's a little softer.
Then can you get designs?
Yeah.
You know, just because that it's got a design. Your testicle.
I tell you what. I promise you, I will get a replacement with a like embossment. If we can get this, if you pay for it, I will get a Dude Network embossed testicle.
He's on like baseball.
Yeah, we're doing the 8-ball. We're doing the 8-ball. Yeah.
Listen, Tony,
anatomically correct to a real life 8-ball too. Let's do
Tony,
this thing.
Tony, I will. Hand to God, I will help fund that.
We'll sell a t-shirt. We'll make a t-shirt and add it to the Smirch shop. Sean's ball raising campaign. I supported Sean's new testy.
Why not? Let's go for it.
Back we'll put "fuck cancer."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, you just like tighten the skin and it just is like Dude After Dark.
It's going to have to be Dude Way After Dark. After that.
Make it like glow in the dark, like bioluminescent.
Well, hold on.
At nighttime, you have like a little.
No,
you have like
look. Hey, look.
a glow stick down there.
No. I will not be a part of anything that's going to leak residual carcinogens into my friend's body. I will not do that.
Oh, what's the worst that happens? I get cancer?
Hey.
No offense, but you're kind of prone to it. So we got to.
Yeah, I mean,
guys, I'm trying to help you out here.
I appreciate it.
It's free time here, man.
Yeah. Can we do a callback? I know what I'd like to do with the municipal stadium light bulb.
And we could wire it.
And that's called full circle. That's why they're on the pod. Let's go.
Look, we could like have the people who have the sacks or the feeders or the diabetes automatic stuff. We could have a little battery charge he plugs in every night. Up during the day. I'm telling you, I promise I can do that.
As long as it's not it has to be USB-C. We're going for universal charging. That's what my phone is. I'm not doing a proprietary cable here. I'm just like.
Plus, if you want to go to Europe.
Yeah.
You need to get one of the magnet ones that charges like by.
I'm gonna charge my balls.
At nighttime, you can like wedge it between your legs and like, 100% battery. Look at that.
I got you.
It also reverse charges. I put my phone up to it.
Before I was an electrician, I worked for telecommunications, so we could even make it Bluetooth if you wanted.
Oh,
like change the color.
I don't hate it.
I'm just saying.
I think this is what happens when number 3 meets the podcast you've never heard of.
we're all in. This is how
This
greatness
is how we roll
right
now.
here. But we need to take a break from this greatness and get to our commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Johnsy's dying.
Commercial break.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's in here?
I don't care.
Bullshit shenanigans to get everything going on this Saturday night. Nope.
Bro, there
Not
is
doing it.
absolutely there is not ever one time
No,
been
we-
us bamboozling you into
No.
anything.
It's all $20.
I wish
It's
I was
opening his
obsessed
mouth,
with
telling the
receipts as you guys are. That's what I wish. I wish I had time to collect all these receipts you guys do. I'd have
It's
a scroll of scrolls.
One of the ladies starts talking to me about wine and how she's gonna open this like wine bar, and I was like, "Cool, like, do you need
Yeah,
charcuterie?"
you got to
boards? I
wine
make that.
before you're 69, man. That's swingers rule.
Well, I don't know these.
Dang,
rules.
you know a lot.
Yeah,
huh?
I don't know.
there's-
Yeah.
there's
Wine and dine.
dude,
Remember the
there's
old
a-
saying, "Wine and dine before you're 69."
Not even one time.
That should be on
All
a
right.
T-shirt, though.
And we move on. Continue.
Well, how are you going to say no to that mustache?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go for a
I
ride.
used to be able to like
Big
curl
time.
it.
Oh,
boy, yes.
Hey,
yes.
Uncle John's Copper John,
Oh,
Uncle
man,
John,
here we go.
Copper
Here-
John's mustache wax. There you go.
And she doesn't approve, so
Oh, I'll walk around the house butt naked. I mean, I don't think that's a big secret. I mean, you guys don't do naked walks in your house.
You
Donald
was
Duck
not
in it.
that way when we were there, sir. No, sir. Don't put
Well,
it
I
in
mean,
the
yeah. I didn't want. I didn't.
don't-
I feel insecure around Johnsy's balls, man. I was definitely covering up. So, he got them big old. He's got them big old milk jugs, and I was like, I ain't trying to fuck with that.
oh,
Roach, Johnsy's got big balls. You heard it here first.
What
That's
the
weird.
Yep.
we went so long, Damon.
So yeah, that was my last adventure, and that was
Oh.
Allegedly, we have not seen them. We do not ask to see them. We do not want to see them.
I don't even ask for you to talk about
I can't keep up anymore.
Me neither. It's like I feel like it's a pissing contest.
Well,
and
see,
it's
no,
going our way.
I'm not trying to do nothing about
Oh,
none of
yeah.
that. Whatever. This no contest. No.
No.
How much rain did you get then, Damon? I didn't ask. Since you
So if
Yeah,
I
you were putting out some crazy numbers.
Yeah,
12
they-
inches. Trust me, I don't know anything
tell
about
you.
12 inches. I mean,
Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it.
I'm realizing we talk way too much about Johnsy's ball sack. And there's the wife with the receipts. I see them.
That's what the second part of this conversation is about, right?
exactly.
No. I think we're done. We're moving on from the ball.
Hey, you're muted again, Johnson.
Oh,
Yeah,
Johnsy's
no
nuts
more.
muted his mic.
No more.
He sat
No
on
more
it.
talk. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh god, hell yeah.
I told
Oh
you.
man.
Tony's hot takes, man. We clip them all the time because they just get better and better.
Yep. I just shoot from the
Like
hip.
we could have a whole 5-minute segment if we really
Yeah,
wanted
there's no
to.
rhyme. I'm just jealous. My balls ain't that big. That's all it is.
Hey, we're not even here for that. We're not here for that.
Anyways, fuck cancer. That's what I know.
Yeah, where do we segue from here? That works.
Yeah.
What can we all agree on? Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. So Matt and Sean, man, like, starting out with the podcast and all that, you guys have done more of the traditional, like, audio version of the podcast, correct? You have your video version available, but no, or do you have video versions available?
Look
So
at
you
me.
guys-
Do you
okay,
think
so what-
anyone wants to see this?
Yeah, I would. Hey. Yeah.
Aw,
hey,
thank
we're
you.
signed up for that. Hey,
Yeah.
there, all the way down there.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
even got
you're seeing it now.
Damon, you seem so far away from me. Like,
Oh,
how do I?
I got you. I got you.
There you go. There you go.
There we go.
So,
Yeah.
What
So,
are
hey,
the,
Sean, I was just trying to get close. I'm sorry.
Yeah. As long as Tony's still in the middle and left out of the pairings, I don't really care how it actually happens.
Yeah, I'm like here. I'm doing like the old Dutch. Sorry.
We're going to see. Tony's going skiing tonight, Sean.
I clipped it.
Wait a minute. Your hand motion. Have you ever seen Silicon Valley?
Oh,
on HBO.
Never got
You
through
don't
it.
have to do anything, Damon.
You don't.
At Silicon Valley, they're at like a conference and they have a serious conversation about how it would be physically possible to jerk off the total amount of people. And they're talking about like they do a mathematical equation about how it would be possible to jerk off 4 people at the same time because of the dick to dick ratio. And he's like, your hand motion.
Silicon Valley, when I was in college, I remember that was like
Another
every
receipt, Damon.
Thursday.
Another receipt. I beat it. We're safe. Oh boy.
You did beat it, you sick bastard.
No, I bead.
Anyway, my question was, what's life like on the strictly audio podcast spectrum? Like, what are some challenges that you guys have had growing your brand? Some successes, just starting to where it's at now, man. You guys are obviously getting there. You guys are crushing it, but it wasn't all roses along the way. So, what were some challenges you guys had?
Well, first off, we do audio, so we don't have to have comments. I can't stop reading the comments.
We got a live crowd.
Hey, John, keep it going.
Because it's right here.
Eduardo BBQ, man, no wrinkles. Like, it's moisturizing.
Fun fact,
Anyway,
that was my nickname in water polo in high school.
Oh,
no
God.
joke.
Oh, here we go. Water polo
I'm not
reference.
joking.
Here we go.
That's an actual fact. I have receipts for that. I can bring people on.
He
Here we
couldn't
go.
swim because he was always floating.
I didn't
No,
have to
that's why he
swim
was so good at
because I was
water
floating.
polo. He didn't have to swim. He just kind of sat there like in the water.
Oh, so they were like heavy. Oh, okay, I got you. He was like the goalie, so.
Yeah, he had like 2
I
beach
was
balls
not a
he's down there
goalie.
sitting on.
But
Like, yeah,
I was out there scoring goals and fucking people up.
yeah,
outta
no one wanted to
here.
come like, hey, get your balls away from me. Just shoot the shot, man.
It's yours. Go for it. Whatever.
Yeah. Goals right there.
You
Goals
want
right there.
I
Tom
just
just did
watched.
handstands in the pool and decided his balls above surface level.
I just watched water polo for like what felt like the first time in my adult life during the Olympics. And like that's a man's game right there. Like you literally get to
savages.
drown someone and then chuck a ball at someone in the name of sports. And like that's a sport I could get behind. I just need to learn how to swim.
Did you see the women's version though? Because
hold on.
they've got swimsuits on and like they'll like strangle each other around their swimsuit. I mean, it's just as vicious, man.
Hey, listen,
Dude,
when
man,
I
like,
played
keep a
water
cool and
polo,
calm, collected approach, and I'm like, if somebody did that to me, like I'm hitting them right in the jugular with
Listen,
2
right?
fingers, like, yeah.
When
right
I
Where's
there.
the street fighting?
when I played
Yeah,
water
I
polo
wanna-
at high school level, I wore 2 Speedos.
One for the left and one for the right.
No,
I was just
no.
gonna say, define water polo and what ball you were playing with.
Okay, you just got done watching the Olympics. Imagine I'm a regular guy. You haven't heard anything about my balls, okay? It just,
Well, now
I'm
we
trying.
can't
It's
hear it.
hard. I'm gonna try.
yeah, I know.
I'm hard.
I am not 100% not.
Damon. There were some people
Hey,
that we
Go
would play.
Cox.
There were some people some schools and in conferences we play schools that we would wear 3 suits.
Because like of how much they'd rip.
Oh yeah, because I'm not kidding, we were street fighting each other underwater when the ref wasn't looking all the time. Fucking each other up.
That's wild, bro.
I mean, in practice with our own teammates, we walk out with like bloody lips.
Oh,
Just
that's all
because
sport.
you get a little too close. because you're practicing like what you would do if it wasn't your teammate. Like, yeah, these guys always like to talk shit about water polo, but
That's not true.
No, it was not about water polo. I think they just really like making fun of you. I think you're missing. It's not about you, or it's not about polo. It's you.
Yeah.
Like
We're just projecting. We're projecting.
Sean, I
on you
came
as
to your
person.
side because I'm trying to build a friendship here, and you keep just like throwing hand grenades. Okay, I see. Look, I see where this is going. All right.
I'm sorry. Thank
fine.
you.
He's back to Matt. He's back to Matt. Let's go.
Yeah. It feels so right, doesn't it? It just feels right.
Oh, man.
And to answer your question, Tony, this is why we do audio.
Yeah. I got it.
We can be edited. We can edit it. No one sees our face.
No.
No. Sorry.
See, look, yeah.
All
look.
jokes are coming back to mind now.
Look.
No, and okay, to answer your question legit, I think one of the things that we have traditionally struggled with is that like our show and your show both fit a super important need to a community for men, which is like the need to like laugh and have fun and just be silly and build a little sense of community, which we do that, but we tend to have people on where they're like sharing more of a story about something, and it tends to not necessarily be serious, but like it's just like a different angle at it, right? And I think the hardest thing that we have is getting men to engage with that kind of like topic where we are talking about like the uncomfortable parts of like, you know, my kid did this, or like this feels challenging, and it's not like the fun side of stuff, right? So I think we just exist at these like opposite, not that you don't do serious things at sometimes and we don't do the fun things, but like if you look at our brands from different perspectives, you know, I'm a therapist, a child and family therapist, private practice.
That's awesome.
And so like we approach things from like a mental health perspective, and like some of those things and please don't take this as any devaluing what you guys do, because what you do is incredibly important. One of the things that I talk to parents about all the time is like in my day job is the importance of continuing to be you as a human and as an adult outside of being a parent. You know, I've said this before on our podcast. You get excited to be a parent because you're like, oh, I can't wait to like participate with my kid in these sorts of things and like pass these sorts of things on to my kid. But then if you're not careful, the things that you're excited to share with your kid, you can lose within parenthood because you're trying to be a dad or be a parent in our case, because it's 50% women listeners as well. And so like you guys filled such an important void of just like giving a space for people just to laugh and have fun and be, you know, themselves. But I think our challenge is getting people men particularly to engage with the more serious side of things. That's why I think the Dadass stuff has been awesome too, because it's put people in a room. You know, our goal from the beginning was to start to kind of build a community around parenting and adulting and all that kind of stuff. And like, I remember the last event that we had, the last Dadass event particularly, we were like, this is awesome. We like filled Leisure Club, and it was great. We're going to try and hopefully do the exact same thing again here coming up with Mom X, because our female listeners were like, hey, wait a minute, what about us? So we're going to do a mom one, and we've partnered with some amazing, we've got an amazing MC and just an awesome lineup of speakers and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know if that brings it back to answer your actual question, but I don't know if you'd agree with that, Matt, or what your opinion is. But
Sean's spot on. I mean, he always is, and that's why he's almost a doctor, and I'm not. But when you take, you know, me being a dad of two young kids, 4.5 years old and 7 months, and then someone that has studied, you know, countless of years and then works with behavioral health for adolescents, I mean, that's just somewhere where men don't talk, and we do it over cocktails in the speakeasy. You have 180, Sean? I'm like looking at you on the corner of the screen. 180 bottles of brown liquor. Bourbon and whiskey in the room that he's in, where we typically record, that you can't see behind him. So, I mean, we do have fun like you guys do, but really, like men, we don't break down and have serious conversations. And if we do, it's over a loss of a sports team. It's a loss of a friend. You know, there's
Not here
serious
on the Dude
implications.
Network.
I
we
say, yeah,
have
that's
tapped on
standard
some
issue.
sick-
That's why we brought you guys on. I think even, and I don't want to be any of Damon. Don't take this as a personal attack, but on like surface, like Damon comes across as like that old school, rough and tough guy. But all three of us as dads, we're all very progressive compared to generations of past. And so again, Damon, don't take that as a disrespectful
Shit,
thing.
my kids
but,
grown, bro. Your
Yeah.
kids is young.
but that's
why-
what I'm saying.
Oh,
though,
my
but, like,
kids
You better be careful, Tony. I'm on Damon's side. Don't forget. Like we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, remember, I keep trying to
Well,
sneak
I'm
over
just
there
saying.
and
I
he
think
kicks
we
me
all
away.
three of us here, and I'm in a different stage. Like John Z, you know, your kids raised, Damon, your kids raised, my kids just getting started. You know, but I think all three of us have all had a pretty modern approach to parenting. You know, compared to what maybe we all saw. You know, as a generation. You know, as I'm saying, as a generational blanket statement. You know, your dad's. I don't know your dad's, but you know what I mean. Like the
got
dads
whooped,
from like
son.
the 60s, 70s, 80s is like they came home, grabbed a beer, kicked up their feet, turned on TV, and let me know when dinner's ready. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Like, and it's a little different now. So, yeah,
Well,
that's where
and like for me, I had a public school teacher as a mom, and I had a retired military father, and he was a company commander. So there was a tight ship being run.
Yeah.
But he also then, when he got out, was laying fiber throughout Cleveland for Ameritech, Ohio Bell, and AT&T
Ameritech,
through the
yeah.
years, right? So he was a grunt through and through. But I saw my dad make dinner just as much as I saw my mom. And so, like a lot of our discussions, especially with now our diverse group of men and women, stay-at-home dads, which are breaking down barriers, you know, and different listeners and followers we have, is that it's okay not to be okay. And we need to be these partners that are truly sharing with one another so that we can develop and raise good human beings. And that's also by being our authentic selves. And so, you know, whether we had whoopings, right, Damon? My dad threatened me to like the third belt loop. And then I was like, I surrender. Like,
oh shit, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get
No,
get the belt. They just wanted
my-
to hold that. If it was committed to that point, it was done. You know?
right. But we have these opportunities
Right,
to
spoke for
pass
Damon.
on other kind of teachings. You know, the dad when we talk about the changing stations, right? If they're only in the women's room restrooms, we're only telling our kids that mom or a woman can change diapers. You know,
Right.
so there's conversations and ways that we can lead at home as equal partners,
Right.
as well as, you know, engaged as we can be parents, to pass on and instill different values without being weaker or, you know, feeling like we're not doing what we were raised or do it different than how we're raised, however you want to see it. And so those are the conversations that we've had. And so we've had Nationwide Children's Pete, on our sleeves directors, both of them actually come on and talk mental health. Shaun has had colleagues on, and I asked listener questions to a mental health professional roundtable. So we've done that, but then we've also recorded with dads and different distillers and brewers throughout Columbus and beyond, and even Oaxaca, Mexico. They had and came on and talked about their mezcal and a family-run mezcal farm and distillery down in South Central Mexico. So we've done kind of that full spectrum of conversations.
Hell yeah. You guys got it going on, man. And I
deep,
encourage
bro.
everybody that
That's
to look
fulfilling
at-
and
Go ahead,
neat.
Damon. Sorry.
Is what that
No, I was gonna say that's pretty deep. I like it.
Yeah. No,
And now my glass is empty.
we'll grab another one.
Amateur.
Why didn't you bring the bottle
Ooh.
over, dude?
Ooh.
From the
I
Dude
should have.
Network.
I'm busting out the good stuff tonight. We got some Eagle Rare for you
Oh,
boys.
Oh, nice choice.
Show off.
I should have brought it down. I got it up there too. I have nothing from Cleveland right now in my bar.
Well,
Okay,
this is
so
a-
here
Hey,
we go.
okay. That's okay. Not the best whiskeys are made in Cleveland.
No,
That's
this ain't
true.
from Cleveland. Eagle Rare is not
That
from
ain't
Cleveland. This is
Cleveland right
very
I'm not
much a
saying that
it's very
Cleveland
much
doesn't
a
have good
Frankfurt,
whiskey,
Kentucky
or
situation.
Ohio doesn't have good whiskey. But not
John,
the
do you
best
ever-
whiskeys.
shit. Sorry, John Z. Yeah, Sean, do you ever hit the bourbon drops or anything like that? Do you what's the bourbon situation down in Columbus? Do you get good stuff regularly or no?
Yes and no. Truthfully, this is gonna sound like I'm being a pretentious jerk. I'm not. I have about 180 bottles. I mean, like if I turn here,
Just brown liquor, though.
Well,
That's
I
not
see
including
you
what's
grabbed the
outside.
mixers a while ago.
Oh, let's go! Holy,
go.
Let's go! I love it.
so I actually haven't bought anything in a hot minute, just because I'm trying to drink through a decent amount of it.
At the stage I'm in, I never had 180 to start with, though.
But yes, you can get some good stuff. But I'm also a happenstance guy. And what I mean by that is that like I actually was a fan of what COVID did to the limited bottle releases out here, because they've gone back to it, at least around here. I don't know about Cleveland during COVID, because they didn't want people to be congregating and waiting in line in stores. They started just randomly putting their allocations out on the shelf. So if you happen to be in a store and there was a rare bourbon, that you had just as much chance as anybody else, versus like here it's gone back to this where it's like, you know, we get it. I know this. The trucks come in on Thursday. They usually release it on a Friday or a Saturday. Well, if you don't have the ability or the time to just like sit around and wait, then like you don't get any of it. So I'm a happenstance guy in that like all of these I've acquired over just like random occasions, or like I really like the way that there is a distillery, North High Distilling Company. They will do some of their stuff where you can like buy it online. Basically, you got to go pick it up in the distillery. But like I appreciate it that way. I'm not a huge fan of secondary markup, so like I'm not paying $500 for something that if I am just lucky where I'm at, I'll get. To me, half the fun of this is going to get the thing and like the hunt of it. And so like I also don't have like a bottomless checkbook, I suppose is part of it too. But like it's kind of fun to just be like, man, I'm in North Carolina, and like here's the thing that people don't always realize if you don't know this about the about bourbon and whiskey, is that it depends on where you are in the country, what is expensive, what is popular, how hard something is to get. So like something that's hard to get here might be really easy to get someplace else. And so like I kind of look at bourbon and collecting as like a sign of my travels. So like if I'm someplace, I'll go into a liquor store in wherever I am, provided I'm not like, you know, I'm usually driving, because I have a car tent on the top of a roof tent on the top of my car and stuff like that. So I'll travel pretty decently around the Midwest and stuff like that. So that's the way I collect stuff. I also will collect if I'm in a place. I don't really care about whether or not it's like super fancy or whatever. Matt, you collect honey, which is brilliant.
Yep, I love honey.
It's a brilliant thing. I'll collect a bottle of whiskey as a memento of my trip. So like I have 180 bottles.
Hold on.
Not all of them are these incredibly expensive top shelf things, but you know, the ones that have been on my travels, like I have ones that I got with my dad when we did a big trip together, like all that kind of stuff. They're not a crazy expensive, but like there's meaning behind it. So you know, that's a long answer for your question, but
no, well, I think bourbon, Damon, you'll agree that it is a long answer every time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say, out of them 180 bottles, I know it's like picking children. Which one's your favorite?
I'll tell you my favorite, one of my favorites right now, and then I'll tell you one of my consistent favorites. So I'm going to pick a consistent favorite. I'm going to go, hold on, I'll just grab it for you.
Hold please.
Oh no! Oh no!
I thought he failed.
Oh no!
I was like, oh no!
Matt, you cut him off, Matt. Cut him off, Matt.
He's had too much.
Matt.
Is this where we put like the background music on or anything, like the theme song?
Hold on.
Like just to kill that.
We got everything, Matt. I
See?
didn't even know we had that.
And this is why we just do audio. We don't know how to do it. I was about to start saying dad jokes.
Get you a Damon. Damon's awesome. Damon is like a whiz at this thing. All right. I'm actually,
I'm curious now. I'm curious because I mean, I got my go-to. And
All right, and we're talking special, like if we're talking about just like everyday sipper, that's not what I grabbed.
okay.
I'm
but
so curious. Though.
Angel's Envy Rye is my like go-to solid,
Interesting.
not a cheap experience.
No.
My other one,
$80 bottle? What's that?
around here, it's about a $90 to $95 bottle.
They raised that too. It was 80 like 3 years ago. I didn't.
Yeah. Well, if it's 90, whatever it is for me, it is for you because the state of Ohio
it's a state
controls
control.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I love hunting in Ohio. Damon knows that pain. But all right, so what is it, Sean?
All right, the other one that I'm just like enjoying right now is Bardstown Bourbon.
Ooh, Bardstown.
I have several of these.
Great lineup.
What's that orange? I can't read the orange lettering.
So Distiller, and this has been aged double or like finished in orange curacao barrels. So it is bourbon that has sat in orange curacao.
Okay, so I had the Penelope Valencia blend.
Okay,
The Penelope Valencia.
I have not had that.
It was a Valencia wine. They did that. It was the Cooper series where they finished them in wine casks from around the world.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
one of them was like Argentinian, like orange wine called Valencia wine, and it was a wine made from oranges, and it was like aged in that, and it had like an orange taste, dude. I would love that. That was like solid. I bet that makes a killer old fashioned.
Come on down, my friend.
Oh, I'm down
You gotta
now.
come to the speakeasy.
Yeah,
Matt, let's do it.
Yeah.
Matt will be
We're
my
waiting.
date. Matt will be
We're
my
waiting.
date.
We'll introduce
I
you to some
know.
places.
So you know what's funny is I go to Cleveland all the time, and it's the exact same drive to Cleveland as it is to Columbus, but I just never go down to Columbus. I don't.
You know where we should take them, Sean? Outside of like Echo.
Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Sorry,
No,
I just
that's
played
not
that
where you go.
Please take
Not
me
where you
home.
go. No.
I couldn't help it. I could not help it. It was right there. It was right there.
Not where
it just
you go.
felt right.
It
I
felt
played
like
that
I
in my
needed a
morning
serenade.
spin class this week. That's awesome. But Sean, we should when Tony comes down, we should take him to meet Chad at 451. He only does experiential batches. So he does what's the Johnny one that tastes like it's an apple bourbon that tastes like a poor man's scotch.
Dear
But it's-
Johnny,
Dear Johnny, so flipping good.
it's not like syrupy sweet, like it's not like apple whiskey. Like that's not what it is. It's like roasted apples over a campfire.
Purely experience. When we recorded with him, he was doing a batch of like a pina colada gin or no coconut gin. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't
You
know
got
what
it?
is.
Oh, he's
Like,
got it.
No,
He's
not
like,
that.
just
He's
pull
like,
it out
I
here.
don't need to do anything that competes down here.
What is that?
It's
Stop it.
rice whiskey.
I don't care. I seen
Oh, okay.
59%.
He does not mess around, and then he's just straight up punk rock when you get in there. Like he even just does his own like drums and everything. I mean, it is the coolest
Don't tell
experience.
Jonesy. Well, I know I'm thinking
The
Jonesy.
absolute weirdest thing they make though,
Pizza.
pizza pichuga.
Yeah.
You come down here
Mhm.
and I will give you some. I'm not joking. I'm looking at the bottle right now. It's a clear liquor, but it literally tastes like sausage pizza.
Yeah.
Stop.
He did it like in a Bloody Mary.
I don't
didn't
know
he?
how I feel
Stop
about
it.
it. I don't know how I feel about
Stop it.
Like,
Oh,
and
I'm
you'll
here.
smell it, and you'll be like, that smells like
You're here for it, right?
a little bit of an everything pizza situation. It's wild.
Oh, wow.
So the story that he told on our podcast about it was that basically there's a traditional Mexican thing where they hang a chicken at the top of a still, and then like as the distillate goes up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Uh-oh.
We hit this thing again.
Commercial break.
2 times with Sean.
Oh, no. Oh no, we lost him.
Wait, I think we
everybody
lost
go
them
check
all
out the
together.
Dadass Podcast on Apple, Spotify.
Am I back?
You're back.
Yes.
Ah, all right.
There it is.
They hang a chicken at the top of the still, and it picks up the flavors. So he was like, you know what? I wonder what happens if I just put a pizza at the top of the still. So he literally hung Mikey's Late Night Slice, which is a like solid pizza joint here, at the top of his still while he was running it through. And he was like, not pizza enough. So then he put like green peppers and sausage and like all the toppings that you would put in a pizza. He distilled it with all of that and then was like, yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what I want, but it's awesome that he did it.
No,
The only thing that I have found that it goes really well with.
I would try it.
Yeah, it's
But that's a new craze, though, that everybody wants the flavored whiskey.
Sorry, Damon.
the only thing that I found that it works really solidly well in, and I make a lot of cocktails. I'm sure somebody makes something better than this, but it makes a damn good Bloody Mary.
I was gonna say Bloody Mary all day.
I was saying, that'd be about the only thing.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, I keep it simply because it's like one of those like novelty, like you'll come to the speakeasy and I'll be like, you have to try this.
Absolutely.
Like there's you just have to.
Put some brats in there though
What?
before the game.
Oh, let's make a brat. Let's make a brat bourbon. Let's go.
Yeah, like think about what you could do though.
So you're here for a brat bourbon, but not a pizza bourbon? I mean, a sausage pizza.
There's a lot of moving parts.
He won't. You know he's all about that
dairy.
sausage.
Dude, you want me to put dairy in my bourbon? I'll try it.
You know he's all about that sausage. He wants that sausage.
Easy, Damon. Watch your mouth. There's children.
Now I want to make like a clarified milk punch, like pizza, like clarified milk punch drink for you.
What is going on? I feel like we're losing the show real quick. I feel like we had a good thing going, and it's going down the shitter.
Proudly presented to you by Garage Beer.
Yeah, Garage Beer. I'm
It's
just
probably
cool with
that
I'm just
fifth
cool with my
wheel we
wheat
got
bourbons.
going
I'm
on.
cool with my wheat, my rye, my straights. I like a neat pour bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to do the bourbon pour real bad, like down in Kentucky. I want to do.
I am actually getting ready to go down
Ohio.
with my girlfriend's parents. We actually legit just booked a hotel tonight in September. So we're going to go down for 2 days, I think.
We have a bourbon trail here in Ohio now.
Yeah.
They're putting
yeah.
just as good of a product out as Kentucky right now. We've got similar weather, water quality. We just don't have the big names.
And we
so
have
now,
oak. We have a lot of native oak trees, red and white oak up here.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of oak. You know what? You're right though, because like Cleveland's got a Cleveland Whiskey Company. Like they were original. They were a partner once upon a time of us, and they were. I mean, I think their stuff's got really good. That wheat penny, like it's gotten a lot better. They do like the rapid aging process up there, so they have like the tradition. They have that underground series where they would rapid age it in like charred chunks of like cherry, maple sugar, maple wood, honey alderwood, honey locust wood. That's what it was, honey locust wood. It was like the underground series where they did like bourbon, but they did with the rapid aging. They charred a bunch of random like cuts of wood and rapid aged them with that, so you got some different flavors. Black cherry rye. It was like black cherry wood with a rye. That's their top. That was their top underground series right there. But yeah, like you said, Ohio, Kentucky has this like wild blanket of like, if it ain't ours, it ain't real bourbon. It's like, get off your high horse. You're just mad to let it go because your state sucks overall. And if it isn't like police brutality or like racism involved, like your state's got not much left. That was a deep shot. Sorry, Kentucky. Not all people don't deserve that. But fuck your bourbon. You're not the only one that's out there.
Jonesy.
Uh-oh.
This is my time to come out as operations to say that the expressings, the talk of individuals here do not express the feelings or beliefs of the Dude Network as a whole. It is the express individuals deal for pure entertainment value. That's all this is. We're just here to have a good time. Thank you very much.
And that was brought to you by Garage Beer.
I'm glad I'm on John Z's side now. You look so nice today, by the way.
Sean, you know what? And you just look like a peach yourself, brother.
Thank you.
And I'm also
all beautiful
seriously jealous
Don't
of
play
that bourbon collection you got in that room right there.
Well, if you didn't live so far away, I'd say you're more than welcome. You know what? I think I hear you're coming to visit the stadium, so you might as well just swing your way on down.
Fun fact.
He'll probably have some fun time. He'll probably have some free time coming up here soon. Ain't that right, John Z? What's the fun fact?
Fun fact is probably be out there 18 months to 2 years. So,
Well, God willing, I'll still have some left. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Permanente status.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's awesome. That's great news.
It's another fluid working situation.
Yeah, it's been like decided on like three
not
different
fluid.
times, but
That's not fluid at all.
there's other things that keep like happening that make us go, okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's that thing called life.
Right.
It's a bitch.
Right.
Just gets in the way.
Like, whose idea was this? Hey, and the funny thing is when we were young, all we wanted to do was grow up to be an adult so we could make our own decisions. What a sham that was.
Yeah.
Yo, what a joke.
I literally looked at a like, I don't know, she looked like she couldn't have been 21 because she had to ask her manager to come over to sell me beer. And I was like, don't grow up, it's a trap.
Yeah. Fun fact, I have a reel about that. I was walking through a store and I saw this, like those stupid home signs at like, I don't know, Hobby Lobby or whatever, those type of stores. And it said, don't grow up, it's a trap. And I said, I've never seen anything more truthful in my life than this right here.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I think to
It's
myself,
badass. Right.
I have a room full of bourbon. So like that's also kind of cool.
Right. I'm sitting on a podcast with 4 other badass dudes right now. Like,
It ain't all bad.
yeah. Like
life
there's
could
some perks up
definitely
here.
be worse, and that's
There's
where.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we dude, we're so happy to have you guys
Still
on
a
here
trap,
tonight
stay
because
young.
Friday is literally it's the end of the week. Like we do our best to keep in communication throughout the week, but we don't really have like 3-way calls. You know, we have the group chats. So Friday nights, it's when we put our weeks together, if that kind of makes sense.
Right,
Like, you know
like
what I mean? Like, yeah.
We attribute this to like our cheers. Like this is our
Yeah.
bar where we come, our dive bar every Friday night where we invite friends to come over and hang out. Yeah. And they're the regulars. The audience are the regulars that are always there.
Exactly. We love all of you.
So it's just like,
Do you guys look forward to recording as much as like I know I like when I stopped to actually think about like a couple of
recording,
things.
what's that?
But like the idea of like that anyone even cares enough to like listen to the random crap that comes out of my mouth is always
It
amazing to
never
me.
gets old. It always
Right?
shocks me.
And I always like, I truly like, Matt and I are on like a little bit of a recording break as we just like adjust to life and, you know, some life changes and all that sort of stuff. But like, I've been reflecting on it and I'm like, I genuinely, we have, you know, guests on and all that kind of stuff like you guys do. In addition to the guests coming on, like, I genuinely look at it as just like, man, I feel lucky that like I get to like have some dedicated space to share time with like one of my best friends and just like sit on a call and like hang out. And like that part, I don't know if that's the way you guys feel, but like I was genuinely like pumped to get on here tonight just because like it's just nice to hang out.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, it's literally, it's like,
Welcome to the Dude Network, Sean.
yeah, that's
Welcome
it.
to the
I'll
Dude
fix it
Network.
again. Hold on. I done got
That
booted,
is
so let me fix it.
exactly what this is about here.
I think Damon. I think we broke up. I think
we did.
it's.
That's why I said let me fix it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well,
what's
what's missing is
rotation right now?
Damon needs
Matt,
to go get his
Matt,
Letterman
Matt,
back at your
Matt, I
house.
still
bro.
love
That's
you,
all
and
it's
Damon,
about.
you got some
No,
big-
you can't.
No,
No, you
you
can't.
got
No
some big
backsies
shoes to
now.
fill.
No,
That's
no,
all I'm
sir.
saying. You got some
No
big shoes
coming.
to
No,
fill there,
no
Damon.
take backs. No take backs.
All right.
Mommy and Daddy
Recent-
fighting?
okay,
What's going on?
No, they're
Yeah.
We're
fighting
wrapping this
over
thing
me,
up here,
Damon.
but let's
is what
end
it
this
is.
on a funny note here. Recently we had the Olympics, and we always gotta infuse at least one part of something into our show. So yeah, here was Damon's appearance when he tried the javelin back in Atlanta in '96. Go ahead, Damon. Roll it. No! It's in my arm! It's in my arm!
Does it count?
Oh.
He was on the line. Does it count?
Oh yeah, it counts.
Right.
That guy had pent up dad energy right there. His kids just got done fighting over the Legos for the 30th time. He's like,
Right.
Yeah. That was like
Jam.
the fifth time that day he had told Zach to clean the pool,
Yeah.
and he didn't.
Hey,
I mean,
That poor bastard took all of that.
how long is the point on a javelin? Is my
I don't know, but it hit him in his arm though.
Long enough that I don't want it. No, thank you.
Could you imagine catching that in the chest? Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought it caught him in the chest, but it caught him in the arm.
All right. I'm Googling something right now.
I saw one where it hit the guy in the leg, like the same ref
Anyone
dude held him in
ever
the eye.
Well, here's the
died
thing: it's no
from
different than
getting
this
hit
year.
by a javelin?
Well, it's no different than this year right here. The guy threw it so freaking far, it damn near hit the damn cameraman. It come like 5 foot from the cameraman on the other end of the place.
No, you know what's? I mean, that's
Oh my
impressive, no doubt.
God.
You know what's crazy though is the hammer throw. That's some gnarly stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I have breaking news.
Can we talk about the shot put though, and how the greatest thing ever is the videos of smaller humans throwing shot put, and then it cuts to like an olive going onto a pizza.
That's funny.
please tell me you've seen the I think it's TikTok where the guy is like it's an Olympic guy and he's like like, this is my shot put hand, it's like a lot larger, all this stuff, and then it's a para-Olympian and she's like, I agree, like, this is my shot put hand, and she was like, it's much larger than this one, and she like holds it up and she has no hand.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
today. All right,
Hey,
I
dude,
have
so-
an update on the whole javelin thing.
Oh.
I typed in, has anyone ever died from getting hit by a javelin? Yes. People have died after
I'm
being hit by
sure.
a javelin, including a sports official and a classmate. In 2012, 74-year-old athletics official Peter Strack
Classmate.
was struck in the throat
Oh!
during a throw at a youth meeting in Dusseldorf, Germany. He was taken to the hospital and died from his injuries the following. I want to laugh, but how do you get killed by a youth javelin in Germany?
Because you're 74 years old
Yeah, 'cause
and
they
you
can
can't get out of the
throw it,
way.
that's why.
Oh, back in my day, no one could throw it this far. Well,
Yeah.
Germany's known for roids, so how do you like it
Oh.
now?
Whoa!
They invented it. They gave it to the horses
we
in
go.
World War II. They invented the roids.
We have a
That's
lot of
right.
fans over there, sir.
There's receipts. There's
Whoa,
receipts.
dude. Hey,
Listen, I'm sorry.
I'd like to take this opportunity to say that the statements made are not a representation of the network, and they are those express
Dadass Podcast.
and Dadass Podcasts. They are expressly those made by those expressed. Did I get it like well enough?
Close
Yeah.
enough, close
Yeah,
enough.
all right, yeah.
pure entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
That's right. Pure entertainment purposes
Can't
only.
leave Dadass Podcast out at the same time.
Please
We
make
all
sure
group
that
together.
everyone hates Tony.
Can,
Oh, I'm fine with
can we
that.
go a different way?
Read the comments on my shopping videos. I hate my kids. I don't feed them properly.
Dude,
I'm a
no,
piece of
stop.
Okay,
shit.
but I'm gonna be real honest, Tony. My instant thought was that kid's on steroids.
Yeah.
I
It
was like,
in Germany, and it was
yeah,
true,
there is
man.
no way a 12-year-old was like, yeah, no worries. Like,
Dude,
I'm also imagining me as a therapist. Like a parent calls and they're like, I need to set my kid up for therapy. And I'm like, yeah, why? Tell me more about what's going on. And he's like, he killed a guy with this javelin. Like,
he what?
yeah. I'm like,
on the flip side, though,
was this
can we
in
talk?
real life or was this a video game? Like, what?
yeah, right.
What is it, Matt?
Can we just go to the flip side though? Because I would like to say that I feel for that umpire, that referee that took one in the arm, because just the other day I was standing just kind of admiring like my yard, and all of a sudden I got nut tapped by a 4-year-old running by. So like parenting is also just standing in the field, and all of a sudden your shit gets
He got nut tapped in the arm.
Okay, but there's a difference between admiring your yard and standing on a yard where people are throwing literal javelins. Like, I mean, I feel you, but at the same time, situational awareness. Like
metaphor for parenting.
Javelin, spears they used to hunt mammoths with.
Like sometimes I'll be like admiring, because I like to do the vacuuming. I like to see the straight lines, much like I want to see the straight lines in the grass, except not right now during a drought, because that would kill the grass. But like I'm admiring carpet that's less than a year old, and the straight lines that I have, much disciplined lining.
Are they east to west or north to south? Be honest.
You know what? I like to mix it up. I don't want the carpet, much like the yard, to get used to one way. That's how I like to do it at home. But there was even a time where all of a sudden I'm just kind of looking at the carpet. I see my child. I see him. And then next thing I know, I'm just rocked in the face by a squishy stress ball football. So I think that clip we saw, although true, is also a metaphor for parenting in life, right? So I do kind of see it. I mean, granted, he should have saw it coming and get the hell out of the way. But as a parent who's leaving or going to bed every night injured, I do identify with. I mean, no one told me when I became a parent that I had to watch the glasses, the spectacles, and the testicles. When it came to that. So I do feel for that.
Okay, but that is the least creepy thing that Tuckerman does, because the creepiest thing that your child does, and you already know what I'm going to say.
We can't say it here. There's too many people. Our podcast no one listens to.
Yeah, there's some people. So hang on. Well,
he has no problem just whispering if he's on your back, like if he's giving you a hug. My penis is on your back.
It's much like Johnson's balls, though. When he
the balls are resting on your neck. You're on my hips. How is that possible?
That's called a callback in comedy. I like the punchlines in previous.
Yeah, we say it full circle.
Yeah, Ralph Anthony would be proud of us.
That's how we can tell you guys are professionals.
We need to get Ralph Anthony back on, by the way.
Yes, we do.
So, Sean, this is when they look at the analytics and go, wow, our listenership went down.
Yeah.
Hang on, boys. You got to take a drink. Matanza. It's an unwritten rule.
Matanza.
So, real quick, speaking of full circle, my whole thing with the guys getting injured on the javelin field is, like Sean brought up, we're throwing weapons down a field. Okay? They're going to stab into the grass. Why does the guy need to be in front of the spear?
I don't understand why they're anywhere
it lands.
Yeah, that's what. And it's not like out of a gun, right? There is an arc to this. There is a whole fair warning. That dude was like, "Holy shit, that thing is coming at me!" Like, and he didn't just go like.
No, he actually stepped into it.
He was like William Wallace. He was like William Wallace on the battlefield.
He's like, "This is my moment. Hit me."
Like, bro, there's literally the javelin that's launched in your arm was literally designed to go in the ground to let you know exactly where it landed. So why can't you just stay back?
Okay, but now I want to know, because
waddle up to it and tell everybody, if you're 74, hang it up.
Okay, here's what I'm saying, and maybe this makes me a terrible, cruel individual. If I'm the dude who threw it, if I threw it, I'm pissed, and I want to
I'm
know:
happy.
do I
Wow,
get?
hit that guy.
No. I don't feel bad that I hit the guy. He's in the way of my throw.
No,
I'm pissed because I want to know if I get credit for if it had gone all the way through his arm and landed. Like he shorted my throw.
Exactly.
Yeah, that could have been a world record through.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
I'm just saying.
Son of that old
Does it count where it
son of a
stopped in his
bitch,
arm?
ruined
Because he was
glory.
before that line. According to trajectory, it would have landed past that line.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Now, does it make me mess up that I kind of want to see how the throat thing happened? Yeah, but I do want to see it.
I mean, we have it right here.
I do want to see it lodged in the jugular.
I want to see the video of it happening.
Okay, and here's my thing though. Like, I mean, he died, so I should. This is bad that I'm asking this, but like, was it like a graze or did it go like straight? I mean, I got a lot of questions.
It had to tickle the spinal cord. And
again, I go, there was loft, people. It wasn't a line drive. Like somebody who gets hit in the face by a line drive, that makes sense. That thing's coming 120 miles an hour. There wasn't anyone who was like, I'm having trouble following the javelin in the air. It's going so fast. No, it's no. I'm just saying.
Yes, exactly. I got freaking questions.
I'm trying to figure out how long.
No, what I'm seeing is these guys are like, I have fallen so far that I am running around at a javelin course. I'll just take it.
Yeah,
and they missed. Not the thrower.
Well,
the
also,
guy running up to the javelin missed.
What if that 74-year-old was like, "This is how I want to go."
Right.
what if the video we saw, the dude's actually pissed. He was like, "Damn it, that was supposed to go to the chest,
What if you
not
see
the
an old
arm."
man, blood?
Right.
Right.
What if he's like a crazy? He's just not a killer yet, but he's like, I hope I get one of these one day. He's like, damn it, just his arm.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, Shaun, let's get to your darkest, deepest side here.
Oh,
we got to wrap this up.
Oh shit.
Let's say you have the opportunity where you know someone's in range. Do you aim for them? Because I am.
Who is it?
No, it don't matter.
Oh no, it matters to me because that's how you know I got a dark side.
The only part of that situation that matters.
Let's say it was some creepy old son of a bitch that was checking out your girlfriend's boobs before the show. Like some old guy walked by with his old hip huggers up on his nipples with the belt on. And then you're like, out there, old Jethro out there. You're like, I think I can get this.
I'm gonna let him pass.
Let's say he's a.
Am I gonna maybe tap him with my car as I back out? Yeah. Am I gonna throw a javelin to the throat? I mean that's extreme.
Come on, Shaun. I had better expectations.
Nah, just give him one of them Matt Nut tap.
Now, if someone's not,
I was really wanting carnage from Shaun there. He did not.
Now, if someone's not allowed to be within 100 feet of a school and they're eyeballing me,
yeah, you got a pedo out there. Yeah, we're aiming. Yeah. We're throwing darts. We're literally throwing darts. Their throat is the 20.
Okay, here's all I want to know though. Going like even further back, at what point did we decide this was sport? Like, were a bunch of dudes just sitting around? I just feel like this is a drunk sport if I've ever heard it. Where they're all like, you know what? We should get real messed up and start throwing spears into the air to see who can go the farthest. Like,
that's why yard guards
is ancient hunting without the animals. That's all it is.
You know what sport I really want to see come to America? The Highland Games. You ever seen that?
Or they're throwing logs and stuff.
Yeah, they're throwing logs and stuff.
They had
real man's
not field
contest
hockey,
right
but
there.
that sport where they were running around with like the things where they were running around with a stick, where you would like had to throw it up and like smack it. It's like an old Highland game.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that was an Olympic sport, man. That shit was fucking intense.
I watched there was a show, it's narrated by Rainn Wilson on Netflix called We Are the Champions. And it's a bunch of like random, obscure, I won't even call them all sports, events, things. Like one of them is like chasing the giant wheel of cheese down the hill.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, right.
There was an episode, they removed it, but there was an episode that it was a sport in Italy where it was like a combination of like soccer, football, and like bare knuckle boxing, basically.
Yep.
Yes.
And you had to be like born in a certain part of Italy to be eligible to play. It was a whole thing. And I think the episode was so violent they literally took it off the air.
Oh man, I want.
It was the first episode of that series.
Shout out to my Italian.
Oh, here we go.
Let's
Here we go. Told y'all.
Here we
Hey,
go.
so
There's gonna be a reference.
real quick, if you guys could, would you do Running of the Bulls?
100%.
100%.
Yes. Dude, we are fucking brothers, man.
Yeah.
We were meant to come together tonight.
Life is about making a memory, and
Yes.
it's streaming together and collecting memories. You can collect stuff all you want, but it is about collecting memories. And I am telling you, somebody gives me the opportunity to do that, I am 100% in. Plus, Matt will tell you, I am like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So if we're going to do this, you guys are going to want to go, because there is more than a 75% chance that I'm going to get hit by the bull, and you're going to want to see it.
I got it.
See, here's the thing, though, man. Like, I grew up with the son of a dairy farmer. Like, getting chased by cows was part of my childhood, and I ain't signing up for that shit anymore. I already live.
That's a little different. That's a little different from old moo
mean-
cow versus that damn bull, though.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was scared shitless of Holsteins. Fuck one with horns. I ain't trying to fuck with that. Yeah, you guys
Seriously,
I'll
dude?
watch. I'll be
Life
up on the
is-
second
well,
floor, like, oh, there goes
That's
Jonesy.
why he sits in the middle. He don't go.
So listen, it
Whatever.
doesn't matter. It was always my idea from the gate.
I'm
when
throwing
we planned-
Jonesy on the fucking ground if we go.
No,
I mean,
when
Jonesy
we
ain't
planned
taking
the
my past
Spain
me.
trip, I planned the whole itinerary because we're doing it.
All right,
That's right.
well,
Listen.
John's got big old balls, and he's got to rub between his legs when he runs at them things. So I think I have my chances actually.
Jonesy,
I don't have to be fast. I just got to be the fastest. I just got to be faster than the last person. That's
right.
it.
exactly. I was just
Right.
going to say, Jonesy, you know how you survive a grizzly bear attack?
Absolutely. You just be
Run.
the second slowest guy.
Yeah. You run faster than your hiking buddy. So I will run the bulls
Trust
with
me,
you
I've
and
been
Shaun any day.
backpacking
I'll outrun
for-
any of you.
I
Matt
have
looks
been-
like he's got some like.
I have been
could run for a
backpacking for
minute.
years.
I teach spin, Tony.
Oh boy.
I yell at people at 5:30 in the morning, highly caffeinated,
To go faster.
to go faster. So
That's
yeah,
actually how Matt and I became friends.
I'll run the bulls with you too. I'll outrun you. That's why I have the punter
You
jersey,
damn
right?
right. You are.
So
I'm
then-
a big dude,
so
bro. You are.
There's a whole nother like Running of the Bulls type thing they do in Spain, where it's just a bull in a big pin, and you jump the fence and try and get to the other side as many times as you can possibly do it. And there's
I'm not
this-
doing that.
there's
I'm
this
out.
bull- There's this bull. I can't remember how you say it in Spanish, but his name's Mouse. And he has like a body count in the mid 30s.
Damn.
Like it is like Running of the Bulls ain't shit, bro. That's the real deal. Which
yeah, I'm good.
I'm not down for that. I've
No,
been
I'm
in the
out. I'm not doing
pasture-
that.
I've
That's a
been
no for
locked
me,
in the
dogs.
pasture, and if you just can't get over the fence fast enough,
Yeah.
that's it. You're done.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, man. Like, I was out in pasture fields where there was bulls
Yeah,
out there, and
dude,
then if
no.
you were close to if it's females, they did not like you being around. I remember making a mad dash with fishing poles and a tackle box across an 80-yard field with a herd of 30 cattle chasing after me, going, "Well, moo," and I ain't gonna make the noise. But yeah, it was.
Please make
Why
the
not?
noise.
Why? Please
Yeah,
do
what
it.
were they? I'm having trouble actually imagining it. Could you?
Yeah,
It's-
they go. Murr. Everyone goes moo. It's murr. That's how you fucking cow sounds. It's not a moo. It's a murr. Murr.
We're surrounded by dairy farms out here.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I suppose my willingness to run with the bulls is clearly I am not the son of a dairy farmer. You're
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying,
you
man. Like, it's bringing
absolute
back-
idiot.
as a therapist, you understand it's bringing back some trauma for me and some childhood memories where I was
It
living my
doesn't matter,
fucking life.
dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're gonna spend like a week.
Hey, I would do tapas
And-
with Chef Ben, and you guys go around the bulls. That's cool.
No. We're
No,
all
No,
doing
no,
it.
no,
You
no,
don't
no,
think
no, no,
he's
no.
down?
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be at Tapas Bar. I'll be at Tapas
No,
Bar.
you'll
Y'all
be
do
by
your thing.
yourself. I guarantee Ben will be in the mix with us.
Absolutely.
All right,
Hey,
fuck
you
it.
know-
I'll eat tapas by myself. Oh no, twist my arm.
Hope you get full.
Yeah.
All the small plays.
Oh no, all these small plates.
That's
Hey,
what's up.
one of
Sean
those
even knows about.
tapas
That's what's
says,
up.
shout
Sean's going
out.
too. Sean's going to Spain too.
Sean's going to Spain. All right, Sean and Matt going to Spain. Dude Network.
Hey, by the
I am pumped. I not only got a new testicle out of this show, I also got a free trip to Spain. 10 out of 10. Recommend you come on as a guest.
You got to bet you're free to hang with
I
us.
just said you were
You
going.
are
I
free
didn't
to
say
hang
free.
with us. How you get there's your own prerogative.
This is how the number 3
Christ,
podcast
what do you
works.
think we're
Hey.
Jason Kelsey of Garage Beer here?
Yeah.
Now,
Dude
hold
Network.
on. By the time this podcast can afford to take all of us on that trip, there might be a swing for an extra 2 guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to go with the crowd so we don't get abducted by the.
But I'm just telling you right now, that show that trip will have to bring the.
If I'm running with the Bulls,
There's no way.
selfie camera, selfie stick.
I'll be married if I go to
want a
Spain
big
by myself.
snotty motherfucker chasing me over my shoulder. I want it to be an intense situation.
That's what I'm saying, dude. One time, just once.
But I also pulled my Achilles heel.
I'm picturing Tony like Blair Witch style. I am so scared right now.
All you see is
So
like
here's
this
where I'm at on the run.
plastic
I
bowl.
tweaked my Achilles tendon yesterday sitting on my rolly chair with my foot like pointed up. And my I was like, oh. And like I've been scheduled to walk up steps. I'm like, yeah, I ain't running no Bulls right now, man. Like, so
You got
I turned
plenty of
39.
time
I
to
turned
heal
39
up.
tomorrow, man.
He's
Like
running
I
some
am
brutal
raw.
shit. That's
Oh,
what he's doing.
39.
Wait,
boy.
is tomorrow your birthday? Is that what you said?
I said too much. Sorry. No.
Oh,
Happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday to you. Happy
All right,
early
everybody. Hey,
birthday,
Dadass
dear
Podcast,
boss man.
Apple,
Happy
and
early
Spotify,
birthday
Dadass Podcast,
to
home of Dadvocacy.
you.
Sean and Matt, thank you guys so much for coming on here tonight, man. This has been. We said your spot was
pleasure.
till 10, and it's like
Thank you.
10:47. So that's how good this show went tonight. We're absolutely love you guys. Cannot wait for this relationship to keep growing down the road and in the present. You guys are awesome. Everybody go check them out. Dadass Podcast, DADASS Podcast, Dadass Podcast. If I'm on Instagram, and are you guys not on any podcast platforms, or is it Apple, Spotify, everywhere?
pretty much wherever you can get your audio podcasts at, that's where we're at. And then we're also on MySpace. Follow us there.
Yeah.
MySpace?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's our built-in
hold on.
dad joke.
Hold on.
MySpace.
Yeah,
All right.
No, hey, if I had a hat, it would be taken off to you, gentlemen.
And
All
we
right,
also have a website,
Yeah, Damon,
is?
thank you, sir.
the dadasspodcast.com, right?
Yeah.
Easy. That easy. Everybody go help a friend, be a friend, do something nice with somebody that you haven't seen in a long time. Call a friend they haven't talked to in years. Just say, hey, might make their day. You don't know what they're going through. Be a friend, tell everybody about the Dude Network and the Dadass Podcast. We got get the popcorn ready. We're sampling some small business kettle corn tomorrow night with some wild music lyrics. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. We're exposing some superstars. There it is. Welcome, Dadass, dadasspodcast.com. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Johnsy. Thank you, Damon. And all your guys' bonding while I sat in the middle and stayed like Switzerland. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh.
Everybody be I know my place. I know my place. I know my place.
No, you think
all right.
you were
It's all
neutral?
right.
Fifth
Yeah.
wheel.
I'm the third wheel. I'm the third wheel. I'm the third wheel.
This is saying goodbye. And everybody have a good weekend.
Hey,
We'll
we
see you
love
next
each and every
time.
one of you guys.
Let's freaking go.